Hello everyone. First of all, thank you for taking the time to watch this session. My name is Kiran Kumar and I am currently working as a full stack developer with over 3 years of industrial experience. During my professional journey, I have worked on real world web applications using technologies such as MERN Stack and MERN Stack. I have designed the front end and back end architectures and APIs. Today, I am here to give you a clear understanding of full stack development, specifically the MERN Stack, and help you understand how this roadmap can help you to build a successful career in software development. Before we start discussing technologies, frameworks, and programming languages, let me ask you a simple question. Why do you think even in 2026 people are still learning software development? Nowadays, artificial intelligence is everywhere. Every day we hear news that AI can generate the code, build websites, create applications, and automate tasks. So naturally, many students have this question. Is it still worth learning software development? So my answer is absolutely yes. Let me explain you why. AI can generate the code, but AI cannot understand the business requirements the way a skilled developer do. AI can suggest the solutions, but AI cannot replace developers who can think critically, understand customer problems, design the systems, and build complete products. So companies are not looking for the people who can simply write a sentence. Companies are looking for the people who can solve a problem. Companies want developers who understand technology, business logic, communication, and product thinking. That is exactly why software development continues to be one of the most demanded profession in the world. So technology changes, frameworks changes, tools changes, but strong fundamentals and problem solving skills remain valuable throughout your career. And that is why I always tell the students, don't chase technologies, own them. Because if you truly understand concepts, adapting to new tools become very easy. So today we are going to discuss about one of the most valuable technology, that is MERN Stack. So in MERN Stack, M stands for the MongoDB, E stands for Express, R stands for React, and N stands for the Node.js. By the end of this section, you will understand what exactly is the MERN Stack is, why companies use it, so what you will learn in this particular course, the roadmap for the 3 months and 6 months programs, the projects you will be building, how we prepare you for the placement. So let's get started. So one of the most common questions students ask is, which programming language should I learn? Today there are many programming languages available. We have Python, Java, C++, Go, Rust, so many other available, right? However, if your goal is web development, there is only one language that stands out, that is JavaScript. JavaScript is the only programming language that browser understands natively. What does that mean? Think of this way. If two people speak the same language, they communicate directly without needing a translator, right? So similarly, browsers such as Chrome, Firefox, Safari, even Brave, all these browsers understands JavaScript directly. You do not need additional software, translator, or plugins to run JavaScript inside a browser. Another reason JavaScript became extremely popular is because it can be used almost everywhere. So one language, we can build everything. Using JavaScript, developers can build web applications, backend applications, mobile applications, desktop applications, and all the real-time applications like streaming applications or chat applications. This means by learning one programming language, you can build complete applications from front end to the back end. That is the one of core reason why JavaScript continues to be one of the most popular demanded technology in the software industry. So now that we have understand JavaScript, let's understand MERN Stack actually means. Here we have already discussed this. The M stands for the MongoDB, E stands for the Express.js, R stands for the React, and N stands for the Node.js. So these terms may be new if you are beginner, and that is completely fine. Let us understand them one by one. First, React. So, React is used to build the interfaces. Everything you see on the screen is built with the React. All the buttons, forms, dashboards, tables, all of these are built using the React. And this is what we call the front end layer. Node.js. So Node.js allows JavaScript to run outside the browser and help us to build the server side. What exactly that means? We have already discussed all the browsers natively support the JavaScript. So outside the browser, where exactly the JavaScript run? So to run the JavaScript, we have Node.js as an environment. So anywhere we can use Node.js, we can run the JavaScript code. That is directly means server-side application development. That simply means we are enabling JavaScript to run on the servers. That means anyway. Express. Express.js is a backend framework that simplifies the process of building the APIs and business logic. To simply explain you will open Instagram account that is client side and you have entered the mobile number and the password to log in. You made the request. So this is the API. So when request made, the API will call with that mobile number and the password. On the server, it will check whether that data is available or not. And it will allow you to log in on the Instagram. And it will send back the response. So this is the backend layer. Whatever happens on the server is maintained by Express. And we have MongoDB. So MongoDB is the database used to store your application information such as users data, products, orders, transactions. All these things will be stored on the database, which is nothing but MongoDB. When server is checking the information, where it is checking on the database, that is MongoDB. Together, all these technologies, React as a front end, Express as a backend, Node.js is a runtime environment for JavaScript, and MongoDB as the database, these four technologies will form the MERN Stack development. So now that we have understand about the JavaScript and MERN Stack technologies as well, let's discuss what you will learn. So the course starts from the absolute basics. We don't have to know anything. We assume that student may not have any prior programming experience. So we will be starting from absolute basics. First, we will start with the technologies that is HTML, CSS and JavaScript, and then Git and GitHub. Once students become comfortable with these fundamentals, we move towards the React. So after React, we learn the backend development using Node and Express. This is Express and this is Node.js. Don't get confused with the logos. Finally, we will learn MongoDB and complete full stack application development. So ultimately, after completing all the steps from basics to the advanced level using all this tech stack, you will be becoming a full stack developer. So now that we did understand about the all the MERN stack and what exactly is the JavaScript, let's just jump into JavaScript fundamentals. So this is a pure teaching content. So why fundamentals matters? So before building advanced applications, we must understand the foundations. Every programming language is built using some basic building blocks. That includes all the variables, data types, operators, conditions, loops, and functions. Let's briefly understand them. Before you build a house, what do you need to know? You need to know what bricks are, what cement does, how foundation works. Without that, even the best architecture plan falls apart, right? So programming is also exactly the same. Before we write React components or build Express APIs, we need to understand the basic building blocks that every programming language is made of. So these are the building blocks: variables, data types, operators, conditions, loops, functions. Every application ever built, whether it is Instagram, Swiggy, Google, all these are made using these combinations of these six things. That's it. Don't get fooled by how simple they sound. Master this and the rest of the course become much easier. So let's just start with the variables. What exactly are the variables? When you fill a form online, your name, your age, your city. Where does the information go? How does the computer remembers it? So that's exactly what a variable does. A variable is a named storage box in the computer's memory. Think of it like a labeled drawer in a cabinet. Each drawer has a label, that is the variable, and something stored inside it, the value. Let's just say I have a drawer name stored Kiran Kumar as the value, and I have a drawer name as age, which stores the age, and I have a drawer name as city, which stores the Vishakhapatnam. So in JavaScript, you will be creating variables using these three keywords, that is var, let, and const. So var is a old way, very old way. Right now, any modern applications build, they only use let and const. And I will say avoid it when you are writing the applications. And let, the value can be changed. And we have let is there and const is there. So we can able to declare them. When to use let and const? So const. When you declare something with the const, let's just say I have entered const city as my sir. So the value will be never changed. So the value cannot be changed in any way. So const, the value never changes. Example, we have the company name, your born city, your Aadhaar number. The values that never changed, we will declare with the const. And let, the value can be changed, like the salary. After your increment, the salary will change. Your age will change year by year. So this is what let and const are. So the real world example is, let's just say I have let's just say I have the employee name Rahul Sharma is there. Rahul Sharma have salary of 45,000 and his department is engineering and he has 3 years of experience. Every piece of data in an application is stored in a variable. How you can able to print hello world in JavaScript. So you will write it with console.log. If I execute it, you can see the hello world got printed. So this is how you will print in JavaScript. And let's discuss about the var, let, and const. So as I said, var, don't use it. We'll focus on let and const only for now. I have let name is, I have let salary is 45,000. And I have my other number is there. Let me first print what is my salary and what is my other number. Salary as salary. And let me print it. You can see on the screen my salary is 45,000 and this is my other number. And let me try to change both of these things. After a period of time, my salary got increased to 60,000. So now let's try to print and see what exactly happens. So my salary got changed. I try to change the other number as well. So now when I try to print it, you can see I got an error. Assignment to a constant variable is not allowed. You cannot reassign a value. You cannot change the value of a const data types. So if this number 25 is the same as the text 25, can we do math with a word? So not everything stored in a variable is the same kind of thing. So JavaScript needs to know what type of data it's working with. So there are majorly three types of beginners must know first. The first one is string. So string are always wrapped with the quotes. Anything inside the quote is known as text. Even if numbers are quoted, then that is also known as text. And we have numbers is there. So this number data type contains the numeric data. No quotes, JavaScript treats this as number. You can do math with it. And all this information you can see it is not quoted. So this is how the number will be stored in a variable. And we have boolean is there. A boolean is like a light switch. It's either on or off, true or false, yes or no. So to give you a quick analogy of these things, employee name is Kiran Kumar. I can store the employee name using quotes, and this is marked as text in JavaScript, which is 30,000. So this is how the numeric data will be given. And if I try to print this data, employee name and employee salary, let's see what it will do. So this has given me Kiran Kumar and the salary is 30,000, right? And if I check so in JavaScript, if I want to know a type of a variable, I can write type of and wrap it up with the variable name. And if I try to print it, see, it has given me string. So this is a string. And if I do the same type of checking with the salary, so now see, it has given me the number. So now see, it has given me the number. We have boolean is there. Let's just say, is the employee logged in or not? Let's say I haven't logged in yet. So initially, it will be false. And if I try to print in the same console, and if I run it, you can see it has given me the false. And if I check the type of it, see, it is a boolean. So now you know, if you write with the quotes, it is a string, and if you write without a quotes number, then it will be a number. And if you write true or false, it will be a boolean. Undefined versus null. So we have two more types of variables I want to introduce briefly. So undefined is something which will be assigned by the JavaScript by default if you haven't given a value to a variable. And null is something that you will intentionally give. Suppose there is a profile picture which is not provided. So initially you will assign it with null, which is initially not given because employee is not onboarded. He is about to onboard. And if I try to access this employee, what do you think it will print? Yes, definitely. It will print undefined. And I have the employee profile picture is there. If profile picture is not provided by the employee, I want to initially assign it with null. So this will be intentionally given by the developer. And if I access the profile, and if I try to access this profile page, now you can see it is null. So this is the main difference between the undefined and null. To give you a glance, I have given this table. This table contains the strings, numbers, booleans, undefined, and null. See, in string I have the Kiran, hello. So these are all quoted text, which is nothing but the strings and the numerics. So whether it is a number or a decimal number, which will be considered as numeric. And we have boolean. In boolean we have true and false are there. Yes or no, G, and undefined. So you have given the variable name, but you are not assigned any value, which is considered as undefined. And null you will give intentionally for some purpose. Before you write any variable name and assign some value with it, you always need to know what kind of data type you are working with. And next, operators. Let's just say after an appraisal, someone's salary has increased 10,000. So how does the computer calculate the new salary? So that's what operators do. They perform action on values. So we have different type of operators are available, like arithmetical operators. These arithmetical operators use all the mathematical calculations like plus, minus, multiplication, division, reminders, everything. And we also have the comparison operators available, which will basically compare. Your age is 20. If your age is less than 18, then true. If your age is greater than 18, that is false. Let's just say you are taking a driving test. You need to be above 18, right? So then only you can be allowed to take the driving test. So that is true. If you are not, that is false. And we have equal to operators is there, not equal to operators is there. There are many more operators available in JavaScript. Let's see it in the code. I have a person and he is taking a driving test and his age is let's say 25. So he is eligible for the driving test or not. You want to check. So let us say if age is greater than 18, then you are printing he is eligible for driving. If age is less than 18, then you are printing he is not eligible for driving. So these things we can able to compare and test. You can see the age is 25, above 18, that is why Kiran is eligible for a driving test. And let's see the comparison operators. I have said the comparison operators. Right? You want to check whether the person is age is 25 or not. And let's see comparison operators. Let's say person 1 age is 80 and a person 2 age is 90. Now you want to check whether these two person have the age. Now you want to check whether these two persons have the same age or not. You will simply compare person 1 equal to person 2. Now you can see the age is true or false. False, because person 1 is 18 and person 2 age is 19. If he also is of 18, then you can see true. And we have one special equality operator is there in JavaScript, that is triple equal. So what this triple equal exactly will do, I will give you an idea. It will not only check the value, it will also compare the data type as well. Right now these two are numeric, right? So that is why you can able to see the true. Let's just say suppose I have a person A, I have initialized with 18 and person 2 initialized with string. Now what will it print? See, it has printed false because it not only checks the 18, it also checks the data type. This person 1 data type is number, person 2 data type is string. So it has compared the values and it has compared the data type as well. The data types are different, so that is why it is false. But if you compare these two persons with double equal, what do you think it will print? See, it has printed true. Why? Definitely you will be learning all these things in the course, and we have logical operators are there. You were just assume you were checking a job portal, checking you whether the candidate is above 18 or not, and they have a relevant experience or not. You want to check both things at the same time. That is why you have written the condition. If age is above 18 and has experience is true, then only you are onboarding that employee. And there is one more scenario, that is or operator, whether the age is above 30 or experience is true. So you are taking both. Whether the age is above 30, you are taking or has experience true. That means any one of is true, you are onboarding the employee. Conditions allow programs to make decisions based on whether something is true or false. So this is the basic example of how if else statements works. you have entered the password wrong 123, but the actual password is correct 123. So it will check the password is equal to the correct 123 or not. It is incorrect, right? Then it will print wrong password. Try again. This one you read it like a plain English. If the password is correct, welcome the user. Otherwise, show the error message. This is how the multiple decisions we take. Else. So let's see loops. How the program handles all the repetitions. Let's assume you want to send 500 happy birthday messages to the 500 employees on their birthday. So would you write 500 separate lines of code like this? Send message, send message, send message. Not right. You will use the loops. So that's exactly what loop solves. So when you need to do some things many times, you use a loop. And we have different kinds of loops available. For now, let's discuss about the for loops. Let's try this code. You want to send a message to an employee. So you will write a loop. On each loop, it will perform an operation. Let's see it in the code. I want to perform this operation. I want to send a message to 5 employees. So I don't have to write the console.log operation 5 times. I will just write this in loop with some conditions. So until these conditions are satisfied, this operation will be performed. Let's try to run it. Now you can see the message has been sent to all the 5 employees. I haven't tried the console.log multiple times. So this is exactly what loop will solve. And these parts inside the loop, so this is the starting point. And this is a condition. It's keep going as long as the I is 5 or less. And this is an operation. So after each round, I am adding 1 to it. So initially I have started with 1 and it will check whether I is less than 5 or not. 1 is less than 5, right? It will go into the loop and it will perform this operation. Then increment happens. I have increased I plus plus, that means I will now becomes 2. We will go deeper how loops will work later. And we have while loop is there. I have an OTP. And suppose if OTP is not equal to 1234, it will always prompt enter the OTP. So it will keep asking for the OTP until the user gets it right. You don't know how many attempts they will take. So this is just a simple scenario. When to use which one? When to use the for loop and when to use the while loop. Let's say I have 10 employees. I know the number, right? So when I know the number, I will use the for loop. So when I don't know the number, how many times I will loop, but I have the base condition, like until the OTP gets correct. So if I have the base condition, I will use the while loop. Now let's understand functions. Functions are something you will write once and you will use it anyway. To give you an example, I have a variable is there which is 50 and I have b is there which is 100. You want to add these two numbers. How will you add it? You will take another variable and you will add these two numbers, right? And I am printing this additional operation. Now if I print it, it is 150. So now I have some more variables. B is there 100 and E is there which is some number. And how do I add it? I cannot use the same C, right? I need to add it to the another variable again. And if I print it, and what if I want to add some more numbers? I cannot write the code again and again. So this is where the functions will rise. This is how functions will look like. Add two numbers. This is how you will define your function. This function will be having a function name. This is function name. And this is the function syntax. And in this curly braces, you will write the code. What I will write? I will write console.log a plus and how I will write the code. Where I would be getting the data in these functions. In these functions, you will pass the parameters. That is, I have how many numbers are there? I have two numbers are there. I am considering it as num1 and num2, and I will print. So how I will utilize this function again? I want to add this a and b. How I can utilize it? You can just utilize it. Now you have the function. You can use this function. How you can use it? You just need to call it add to number. We pass a and b as an arguments to a function. Here you will pass the a which contains 50 and b which contains 100, which will be accessed inside this function by these parameters num1 and num2, which is nothing but a and b. And if I try to print it, you can see 150. And now you will be having later on d, and you have c is there, and you want to add these two numbers. You can again use the same function by passing d and c. So now what do you think it will print? What it has printed? It has printed 150, and this is how you write the comments. And what this will print? 100 plus 150? Yeah, it needs to print 250, right? Let's just see. See, the first function I have passed a and b, which has printed 150, and the second function I have passed d and c, which has printed 250. So this is how functions are used in JavaScript or in any programming language. The writing syntax may be differ, but functions are the reusable logic. So where exactly you will use the functions in MERN Stack? Functions are everywhere in MERN Stack. In React, every component is a function. In Express, every API route is a function. In Node, every handlers are a functions. So everything we built in this course is built using functions. If you understand the functions deeply, you will understand the entire MERN Stack architecture. So these are not just concepts, these are the programming concepts. Every language, Python, Java, Go, has variables, data types, operators, conditions, loops, and functions. The syntax may changes, the logic stays the same. So once you master this in JavaScript, you build a mental model for all the programming languages. So now let's just see the program curriculum. So I will just give you the overview. The full curriculum you will be getting under the description. So we have two courses are available. The first one is 3 months fast track course. So in 3 months fast track program is designed for students who want to learn quickly and transition into the development roles as early as possible. And these two courses are built completely for beginners. So on month 1 you will be having the foundational knowledge about the HTML, CSS, JavaScript and Git, and we will be building some kind of projects as well. On month 2 we will be completely focusing on the React, how APIs work, how state management works, and how routing works. On month 3 we will be completely focusing on the backend. So in the month 1 you will be building a static application, and month 2 and 3 you will be building an entire full stack application. And coming to the 6 months job oriented track, so we'll be in these 6 months, first 3 months we will completely focus on the front end, mastering all the skills that are needed. So on month 4 and 5 we'll be completely focusing on the backend technology, that is Node, Express and MongoDB. And in month 6, the data structures and algorithms and interview preparation, mock interviews, how you can optimize your resume, creating the LinkedIn profile and a GitHub portfolio. So everything you will learn in month 6. So the DSA I have specifically included in the curriculum because the problem solving skills are needed for every student and every developer. And I won't be starting the DSA in month 6. I will be starting after we have learned advanced JS. So this is the complete roadmap, and you will be getting the detailed curriculum in the description. So finally, I want to say one thing. So if you are serious about building a career in software development, remember one important thing. Success does not come from watching the videos. Success comes from consistent practice. Technology will continue to evolve, but the stronger fundamentals, the problem solving skills, abilities, and discipline will always remain valuable. Whether you choose the 3 months fast track roadmap or the 6 months job oriented roadmap, the ultimate goal remains the same. It is to help you to become a confident and industry ready full stack developer. So, thank you for your time. I hope this section gave you a clear understanding of what exactly is the MERN stack and how this roadmap can help you to achieve your career goals. I look forward to see you in the course. Thank you.